Evolution. Sports Talk Television live here nightly. All Bucks Report. It's the Sports Lab. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about on tonight's show. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Will you shut up and be quiet? At halftime, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are losing to the LA Chargers 24-14. It's the Sports Web live here from the Deck Bar and Grill. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with editor-in-chief of Bucs Report, Mr. Philip Swagler. We got Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49. Let's talk about it right before the end of the half. Why don't the Chargers basically kneel on that ball? Because they have the lead, but a critical fumble. It looks like Ndamukong Suh makes a play. And then Devin White recovers it. Easy touchdown to Mike Evans. What's going on with Evans?
I don't know. Evans is getting double teamed down when he's playing in the slot, he's getting double teamed on the outside. They know who their strongest receiver is as far as the Chargers looking at the Bucs right now with Chris Godwin out. You saw the frustration there. He wanted that pass interference call, didn't get it. gotten a Jenkins face or whatnot. But there's definitely some frustration there with the amount of passes that Mike Evans is not getting.
Yeah, and on that penalty call, I'm like this. Look, if you're going to make a call of 15 yards and the other guy is headbutting, why isn't that offsetting penalties at that point?
Well, you could have said the same thing the other week when Michael Thomas, not Mike Dick Thomas, Lattimore pushed Mike Evans in the back, and Evans pushed him back. They didn't call it on Mike Evans. So, I mean, it all depends on the referee and what they think instigated the whole thing. It was definitely Mike Evans pushing the defender.
Yeah, before that, 24 unanswered points. Finally, the Bucs get on the board there with the touchdown after the fumble, but really bad play there to Justin Watson. We've kind of seen this before, guys, where – and you looked at me, you said, and even Al Keck, the Tampa Bay sports broadcasting legend, texts me and goes, ask Blake if Justin Watson could have did more on that. Could Watson do more on that play?
As a wide receiver, it is your job to put your body between the defender and the ball. And me and Peter were just discussing that, and I watched Odell Beckham, same situation, do exactly what I described, and he actually made the catch on the play. But time and time again, these receivers, I'm looking at you, Scotty Miller, I'm looking at you, Justin Watson, who allow defenders to dictate if you're going to catch the pass. If you know you're not going to get there, hold him. Get in his way. Don't allow him to catch the ball and then take it for a touchdown and just watch and walk to the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like Evans is banged up. He was banged up early on in this game, so that's the reason why you have to throw to guys like a Watson and, of course, like a Scotty Miller, and they're just not able to hook up right now. There seems like there's no chemistry, and whether that's reps or guys not making catches. Ronald Jones, how many catches could he have today by dropping passes? And I keep on going. He's a victim of volume. But look, when you're getting the volume and you're dropping passes, critical passes, where you have space in front of you, you have to make those plays. And I get it. 9 for 67 at halftime. He's running well, but he could have a lot more yards in the passing game.
He definitely could have well over 100 all-purpose yards today. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, because we see Shane McCoy makes the catches. You see Leonard Fournette makes catches.
Yeah.
What is it with Ronald Jones and not being able to catch the ball? That's something that they need to go back and the running backs coach McNair they need to work on the fundamentals of that.
So once again, we're live here from the Deck Bar and Grill. It's the evolution of Sports Talk Television, the Sports Web, powered by 320solar.com. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with editor-in-chief of Bucs Report, Mr. Philip Schwegler. We got Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49. Coming into this matchup, we talked about the Chargers and their offensive line missing 2 starters, but yet this defensive line really hasn't been able to take advantage of it. No sacks today after having 6 versus the Broncos last week. Are you surprised by that?
I mean, I think, the NFL has a lot of tape on the Buccaneers blitz right now, and that's been one of their strong suits. That's the main reason behind, having all those sacks that they've had in the past few games. So we're seeing Justin Herbert here. He's taking those short routes, the underneath routes with the running backs or with the tight ends right now. And that's really what I think is killing the Buccaneers. And you start to see a little bit, they put Shaq out in coverage a few times. They had JPP on a coverage play also. So Todd Bowles got to go in here in halftime. He's got to figure it out. How can I have the presence of the blitz, but also covering underneath?
What happened on that first play there? 53 yards from Justin Herbert, a beautiful pass to Tyron Johnson. He could have been Calvin Johnson on that play. Both of those safeties looked like they were lost in the sauce. What happened on that play?
You see, if you watch that replay, both safeties, Winfield and Whitehead, which was on Whitehead's side, they were deep coverage. They both were staring at the quarterback. Yep. They honestly didn't think – I already know what the issue was. They honestly thought that Justin Herbert couldn't get the ball there. He didn't have the arm strength. Then when they realized that he could get it there, they were already beat because they were in coverage. They just laid off and looked back and waited for the poor throw because Bowles had dialed up the blitz, and the blitz did get to the quarterback. It's just the coverage on the back end was so poor that the receiver was able to walk into the end zone.
Yeah, Austin Eckler out of this game also looked like he suffered some type of leg injury there. So we'll see if the Bucs can come back. What are some of the adjustments you would expect the Bucs to make in the second half versus this Chargers team that doesn't look intimidated at all and is giving plenty of time to a Herbert?
Yeah, I think the defense kind of got a little bit of full of themselves coming into this game. Like Blake was just saying with Jordan Whitehead and Antoine Woodfield Jr. sitting back there, not thinking the ball is going to go that far and travel that far and make the touchdown catch. So they need to play their assignments. They have to play smart football right now. Okay, understand that you have the safety on the top that can pick up the coverage. You have the cornerbacks that aren't getting freaking personal fouls and pass interference calls, all that dumb crap. That's got to go out. You got to play disciplined football right now. There's a lot of penalties in this game on the Buccaneers. That whole 97-yard drive,
50 yards and penalties.
Yeah, exactly. And that whole 97-yard drive,
penalties for 50 yards.
And they moved the ball all the way down.
97 yards. You don't expect that versus this vaunted defense. But look, you got to make those second half adjustments. Blake, what do you expect the Bucs to do in the second half?
All right, it's a double part answer. So what's going to happen here? See, I don't think Bowles and the defense got full of themselves. I think you're playing a defensive-minded head coach. You don't think he's already know that you're going to dial these blitzes. That's just like I do on tape, looking at what teams have success against people. They're doing the same thing. They have success doing this. So what we're going to do to counteract that, every time Herbert sees the blitz, they throw quick hitches. They're throwing to the backs. They're throwing quick outs. They're getting the ball out of his hands so quick. And on top of that, they're already up, so there's no risk to hold the ball to force it downfield. They did that already. They scored. And I see on defense for Bowles to play more up-close coverage to force Herbert to have to throw the ball. Now, when you do that, the offense is going to adjust too. The Chargers I'm talking about, they're going to try to get more elongated passes, get it over the middle where Devin White and Levante David are. So those guys are going to have to be in coverage, play discipline. Don't peek back at the quarterback because he's mobile. Trust the front four up front to get the quarterback on the ground and not blow coverages.
Absolutely. You can't blow coverages. You can't be turning over the football. And a victim of volume, if you're going to get that volume, he's definitely going to take advantage of those situations. So, guys, it's 24-14 Chargers over the Bucs. We'll get you ready for the second half here live on Bucs Report from the Deck Bar and Grill. Get down here. We'll have your post-game edition of the Sports Web with all your phone calls, every reaction for the great Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49, for our editor-in-chief of Bucs Report, Philip Swagler. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Enjoy the second half of the game. Go Bucs and fire those cannons. Evolution. Sports Talk Television live here nightly. Oh,